Hey guys, this is Ryan with This Smart House, and today I want to take you through the setup and usage of the new Nest temperature sensor. I got this about a week ago, and it's so far worked pretty well in my house. It is for only the third generation Nest thermostats, and it allows you to have a remote sensor in another room, so that way the thermostat can balance out between the two temperatures to make another room more comfortable. So for example, in my house, I have my thermostat is actually downstairs in my dining room and on the first floor. And then we, of course, our bedroom is the master bedroom, which is here right next door. That room actually gets quite warm in the summertime, just due to the fact that the cold air drops and the thermostat downstairs doesn't really register what the temperature is up here. So hopefully this summer, it makes our bedroom a little more comfortable because we'll actually have the capability of having a temperature sensor in that room and the Nest to be able to automatically switch over to that when necessary. Now I'm going to take you through how to set up the temperature sensor with your Nest thermostat and also how to schedule when the Nest uses that particular temperature sensor. First thing you're going to want to do is open up your Nest app. Once it's loaded and connected to your home, you just need to press the gear icon in the top right hand corner. That'll bring up the options. Scroll down to add product. Like you would with any other Nest device to add it to your account. In this case, obviously you need to have your camera enabled so that you can use the QR code. I believe you can manually add it if necessary, but you'll want to get your go ahead and line up the QR code from the battery strip. That'll automatically identify it as a Nest temperature sensor. And then hit next. It's going to connect over Bluetooth low energy, which they say has about a range of 50 feet. I find it does go a little bit further than that. I think my bedroom is more than 50 feet from my thermostat downstairs. Then you just need to press next. I've already pulled the battery tab out, so I don't need to worry about that step. And then it wants you to go ahead and mount the temperature sensor wherever you want to do that. It's probably recommended to have it about head height somewhere in the room that you want to monitor the temperature in. Don't put it behind a doorway or directly under a vent or where a vent's going to blow onto it. You want it somewhere in the room where it's neutral, so that way you don't have false temperature readings when the HVAC system runs. So now it's checking the distance, assuming that I went ahead and installed it where it needs to go, making sure it can connect over BLE. There it goes. It's now been connected to the thermostat. Then in the final step, you just designate what room it's in. This is just more for identification purposes in the app. So I'm going to select bedroom, and then it gives you information on how to mount it, and you're all good to go. Now I'm going to show you how to go into the app and actually set up the sensor for usage. If you click on your thermostat, you'll now see that there's an additional item here on the menu. There's actually a radio button next to the various sensors. So now you can see currently my system is using the downstairs thermostat to control the temperature. So my set heat point is trying to hit 70 degrees, and it sees that it's 71 degrees right now in the house. And if you see the sensor below it, bedroom, it's now set at 74. So in this case, the HVAC will not run for a while since it's in heat mode. You can manually set this by pressing the radio button, and you'll see that you'll get a pop-up here asking you to use it for the comfort sensing. So this will maintain that particular item. That room will be the set point for the thermostat until your next scheduling, which I'll show you here in a minute how the scheduling works. So at any point in time, you can change this back and forth. Say you decide to go upstairs and take a nap, you can switch it over to the bedroom, and then it will use the bedroom as its set point. So finally, I'm going to show you how to set up the schedule for the remote sensor. Now, if this was the first time I had attached this sensor to my system, it would have prompted me to do this right off the bat. But since I've already installed it, I'm going back through. To access it, you actually have to click on the sensor itself, and then you can go to the gear icon again. You scroll down to the Manage Sensors button, click on the Manage Sensors area, and then this shows you kind of what the schedule looks like. It's broken down into 4 times: morning, which is between 7 a.m. and 11 a.m., midday, which is between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m., evening, which is 4 p.m. to 9 p.m., and finally night, which is 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. Now at this point in time, this is not customizable. You can't actually change the time scales. They just have them set into these 4 blocks. But it's very simple to set these up. Really what your 2 options are is you can select for each of the times, you can select whether it's going to use the primary thermostat or the remote temperature sensor as the default set point. So as you can see here, most of the day people are downstairs at my house, so I have it set morning, midday, and evening all to be using the primary thermostat. But at night, it switches to the bedroom. And now that it's starting to get a little bit warmer here in Missouri, it's actually been quite nice because we've had an evening where it was much hotter because of it's gotten warmer during the day, and it was very nice that at 9 o'clock all of a sudden it kicked over and it started setting the air conditioning to 74 degrees upstairs in the bedroom. So it does seem to make it quite a bit more comfortable. Obviously the rest of the house is going to be much colder. This is just because unless you've got dampers on your house or 2 separate systems, it's going to always be the single set point temperature. It's going to make the downstairs colder if the upstairs has been now the new set point. So just be aware of that. If you have people on different floors of your house, you might see issues with that, where people downstairs are freezing because the upstairs is now the new set point. So there you go. That's how to set up the Nest temperature sensor. We'll post a follow-up here in a few months after I've had a little more chance to use it, and also after we've had some summer months here in Missouri. Hopefully it allows our bedroom to be cooler and more comfortable during the hot seasons, and in the wintertime a little bit warmer as well. So hopefully you like this video. This is my first video ever on YouTube. So if you have any comments or concerns or nice things to say, post them in the comments below. Also like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll be able to post more videos here in the near future. We'll be doing more videos on my personal setup here, my home automation system, and kind of what I've learned over the last 10 years of doing home automation. Thanks a lot.